been crying for the last 30, 45 minutes. I have never in my life been fired from a job, ever. And today, I was fired. Absolutely no explanation. I've worked for the company for almost 4 years. I showed up, came to work sick, didn't matter, went above and beyond for this company.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
You know, somehow, I told you so.
I know what you guys are saying. You guys are saying, Orlando, Orlando, Orlando. Why would anyone come in sick? Why would anyone work extra? Why would anyone think that a corporation is their family? Well, listen, we're here today, and it is what it is, right? Listen, guys, where have we seen this before? Listen, I don't know if you guys have been living underneath a rock, but this lady in the first clip, she's a nurse. And one of the things that we have been talking about, I talked about this maybe 7 months ago, or 8 months ago, where I said nurses will be laid off. I know. Listen, and the nurses came for me. They really did. They told me, Orlando, you don't understand. There's a nurse shortage. There's no way that hospitals will cut individuals, cut nurses. We are critical. We're essential workers. Yeah, we've heard that before.
See, I told you he was fantastic, right?
But see, here's the thing that you don't realize. These companies aren't loyal.
I just don't trust none of y'all.
But listen, we're gonna jump right into it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, you know what I'm about to say. I have a free newsletter, and how can you beat free? You can't beat it. So go ahead and sign up for it. And then also, too, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I am your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years, and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description. Guys, let's jump straight to it. Nurses, doctors, anyone in the medical field, they've been hearing this forever, that guess what? This is an ironclad industry. We have a shortage. There's no way that hospitals and corporations are greedy enough to lay off nurses. Yeah, the people who take care of me and you. Individuals who take care of your loved ones. You know, your grandma, your grandpa, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. They take care of us all. You're telling me that a corporation would get rid of those individuals? Yes, I am. I'm telling you, money over everything.
These ain't opinions. These are facts.
And I know I keep preaching to the choir sometimes, but some people, a lot of people, do believe that a corporation will choose them over profit. Let's say that again. They will choose them over profit. Hence the reason why you have this lady in the clip. She's a nurse who got laid off, who got fired, and she's saying, I don't understand why they laid me off. I am the best nurse ever. I came in when I was sick. I worked overtime. They asked me to work the emergency room, and I don't even like it, and I came.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
But guys, listen, don't let me put words in her mouth. Let's let her finish and tell you how they did her.
I've never been written up. I've never been reprimanded. I've never been told that I was doing anything wrong. Just told that it wasn't working out. I have 3 babies, a husband. Christmas is coming up. I'm just shocked because I do feel like I put my heart in everything that I do, and I work very hard. I guess just know that even though you think that your job is secure, and that you never would think that you're gonna get fired, it's still a possibility. Because I thought of that. At least my boss would have talked to me, or somebody would have gave me the heads up. And nobody did. And that sucks for my family and for me.
Perfect example, guys. Listen. I can't make this stuff up. She said herself, I guess I should have chose my family first. That's what she said. Listen, again, I'm just the messenger. I tell you guys what I think is gonna happen, how I think it is. And listen, it just so happens that I'm right on this. And listen, I don't want anyone to lose their jobs. But I need you guys to understand this. This could be you. Again, I don't want anyone to cry. But this could be you saying, I treated my company like family. I can't believe the manager didn't even give me a heads up. I went to his kid's baseball game, his kid's soccer game. We had barbecue together. We ate lunch together every single day. And he didn't give me any heads up. You know why? You know why? He's your manager.
I just don't know what you mean by that, Nick.
He's not your family. Matter of fact, he's probably not even your friend. Because here's the thing. Would you be friends if you didn't have that job? I mean, I'll wait. I'll wait. You know the answer. But let me guess. I can hear people in the back right now. They're saying, Orlando, listen, it's all good. You just found one nurse that got laid off. I haven't been hearing anything about any nurses getting laid off. Nothing? You haven't heard anything? Well, let me just go ahead and introduce you. They're laying off people. Hospitals are laying off individuals. Hospitals are saying, yeah, we do have a shortage, but we also have a shortage of money.
Get money.
What is the number one thing a corporation will do? And here is the misconception. People don't believe hospitals are businesses. People think that for whatever reason, hospitals are run from the government. Hospitals are run by the state.
Wait, what?
The people who own these hospitals, hedge funds, high net worth individuals. And the one thing that we know a hedge fund is going to ask for, BlackRock, right? The one thing that we know that they're going to ask for is their money. But listen, you don't have to take my word for it. Let's go ahead and look what's happening.
Yeah, guys, well, most of the layoffs are happening at Pottstown Hospital, but a number of them, including nursing and clinical positions, are also happening at Reading Hospital. Today, we got a chance to speak to some employees who are affected.
We didn't see this coming. We're still trying to process this.
It was a sudden blow to 350 employees in the Tower Health Network after hundreds of layoffs were announced Friday. More than 130 of them are happening at Pottstown Hospital.
They're actually going to be closing several departments. They're going to be closing our intensive care, our cancer infusion center, outpatient endoscopy suite. They're going to remove the float pool nurses and also close the second floor med-surg step-down unit.
Renita Robinson was a nurse at Pottstown Hospital who was let go in this round of layoffs.
Just still in shock, trying to process everything that's happening. It's hard right now for me to figure out what is the next plan without even knowing anything by management.
And you feel for them, right? You feel for them because they were caught off guard.
Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
To be quite honest, the writing was on the wall. Again, I would have done a video almost a year ago telling you guys, nurses, be ready. Nurses, it's on its way. Nurses, be careful. Keep your head on the swivel. Nurses, save your money. I said that.
This plan C can't possibly fail.
And they're caught off guard. But what's even worse than this? What's even worse than this? The reason why they thought that they were cut off guard is because they had a union. Oh, man, come on. We all know. Listen, on this channel, we know. Listen, we know. But let's tell the rest of the class. We know. Unions aren't going to protect you. See, unions will tell you they're going to protect you, but you still lose your job. How is that possible? How is it possible that you have a union for nurses and you still get laid off? Let me guess. They had tricky wording in that contract. See, I say this all the time. You guys think these billionaire companies and corporations, they have as many lawyers or more than the union. So what makes you think they're not going to try to figure out a loophole? Haven't we seen this before? Boeing did the UPS, the United States. We've seen this multiple times, haven't we? But listen, some people don't get the memo. But I know. Let's just finish the video and let them tell you themselves.
An internal communication to employees from Tower Health President and CEO Michael Stern pointed to increasing financial pressures and uncertainty of healthcare systems nationwide as part of the reason for the cuts. President of Pottstown Nurses United, Lori Delman, says they just finished contract negotiations in August.
They really fought us on the layoff language, which we kept asking them, are you going to be laying people off? And they were like, no, we're not doing that. And then here we are 2-3 months later, and that's what they're doing.
The nurses say these cuts will create transportation challenges for patients and detract from care.
Patient care, where are these patients going to go? You know, it's quite a distance to go to Reading Hospital. And these are older, you know, citizens of the community of Pottstown Hospital that relies heavily on Pottstown Hospital for treatment.
The union rep said they just, for some reason, they were very weird when it came to the layoff language in the contract that we signed. But we couldn't figure out why.
First time.
I mean, now they know, right? Like, you know, hindsight's 20/20, right? But you would have thought that a union rep would be like, oh, we know what you're doing. We've seen this before. How is it that a person who is not a nurse, a person who's on YouTube can see the writing on the wall, but a union rep who says a union rep can't see it? My guess is a union leader has been through this 10 plus times or more, hopefully, when it comes to contract negotiation. But the way that she's explaining it, it's almost like it's her first time.
Okay, we are cooked.
But listen, what am I? I'm just a guy on YouTube, right, that is explaining. So what do I know? But this is my point that I've been trying to make. These corporations, they know what they're doing. Their lawyers are like, we got them with this one. we got them with this one. Can you believe they signed this contract? We got them. But I know what you're saying. Orlando, maybe it was just that area. Maybe it's just this location. No other nurses are having a hard time. I hear you. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see if that's true.
This is a nurse check-in. I am a nurse in the city of Philadelphia, and although I am not at the bedside, I keep my ear to the streets. It's not looking good. Jefferson Hospital is having massive layoffs. Someone just told me that my old ER, the hospital where my old ER was, their ICU unit has been shut down. Charge nurses, staff, supervisors laid off. How you close down an intensive care unit? It's a scary times. And uncharted territory for lots of people. So I'm just doing a nurse check-in because I'm hearing scary things from the hospital people. Are y'all okay?
Not a nurse check-in. You got to check in, right? Listen, what is the pulse that is currently happening? I mean, you can go to California, you can go to Texas, you can go to Florida, you can go all the way up to New York. Layoffs.
Man, I'm dead.
A lot of these individuals, what they don't understand is a lot of these hospitals, they're implementing AI.
This is reality. This is the real thing going on.
They're having AI give diagnosis. Not you nurses. Are you kidding me? Why do we need humans anymore when I could pay a $20 subscription to ChatGPT? Why do I need you?
Bye. See you when I see you. Goodbye.
I'm just saying what the corporations are saying. I know you're saying, Orlando, come on. We all know that nurses are needed. Well, I'm not disagreeing with you. But why do the corporations seem to think that they don't need you? Because they're not loyal. They're going to move in the direction of making the most money that they possibly can. But some people don't understand that. They think to themselves, well, that may be great for business, but what about all the sick people? What about all of the people that are getting kicked out of intensive care, getting moved from one hospital to another? That could be your grandma, my grandma, my mom, your mom. It could be any of us. Nobody wants that. But the truth of the matter is, they're trying to save money.
It's an evil world we live in.
And again, I don't want to be the guy that keeps saying the same thing over and over again, but we know what they're going to do before they implement anything new. Lay you off.
Damn.
But I know what you're saying. I know. I heard you. Listen. I can hear you in the back. Orlando, again, I hear what you're saying. There is a shortage of nurses. There is no way that they can lay people off or not hire anyone if we need more nurses. Well, I think the best way to look at this is let's hear from new nurses. Let's hear if it's super easy for them to get a job. Remember, the layoffs are happening all over. It doesn't matter if you've been there for 8 years, 20 years, 30 years, you're getting laid off. Let's take a look at how new nurses coming into the industry are feeling.
Are there any other nurses that are new that are struggling to get a job? Because I have a friend who literally graduated nursing school a whole year ago, and this guy has been applying for jobs like crazy and has not gotten hired. I graduated nursing school 2022, and when I applied, I got a job like that. I didn't even think that it was a thing to struggle to get a job. You would think with like hospital shortages that they would hire anybody, but apparently that's not the issue. Like, I don't know if it's a Florida thing or it's a nationwide thing, but are there other people here that are struggling to get a job? And if you know any hospitals that are hiring, please help people out, because there are nurses that are still struggling a year plus without getting a job. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. And I have like people message me saying like, do I put some type of nursing related thing experience on my resume? But it's like, you aren't a nurse. It's like they shouldn't expect any type of like nurse experience from you. So I don't know.
So you're telling me that old nurses that are in the middle of their career, and brand new, straight out of school nurses are affected? Sounds like everyone is. Again, I had to prove the point that everyone is affected.
That's crazy.
You're going to look at it and be like, well, there. They're right there. They're okay.
Why you crazy?
But I'm here to tell you this, guys. Why try to prove a point that is in loyalty of the corporation? You see with your own eyes that the economy's doing bad. You see with your own eyes that your best friend just got laid off. You, Joe, with your own eyes that people who have moved to other hospitals, they are getting laid off. And you still are saying, my job is safe. I'm not gonna save. Forget my credit. I don't need it. I remember all those things I was saying. Let's work on these things because you're gonna need them. Hopefully you won't. I hope you keep your job for the next 50 years, 100 years, whatever, however long you want to work. I hope you get to keep it and you don't get laid off. You don't get fired. You don't get anything. You make all the money that you deserve. I hope all of that happens for you. But here's the thing. Let's look at reality. The reality is that a corporation doesn't care about how you feel you're doing. They care about how much money they're making. And if they have to cut you and you're the best nurse in the world, they don't care. They don't care if you've worked at 18 million emergency rooms and you have the experience of 18,000 doctors. They do not care. You will still be laid off. And that's my point.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
A lot of the nurses, a lot of individuals, they are showing their loyalty by just pointing out, 99% of the nurses are being laid off. But what about this 1%? And they think that's them.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
But listen. Hopefully it is you. Hopefully you are that 1% who won't get laid off, who won't have any firings, who won't have any type of disruption in their job. But anyway, guys, I always say this, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. But if you love content like this, join up to the Patreon. We have exclusive videos over there. You will love it. Also, too, we all know that you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.